The 18th century marked a pivotal point in human history, sparking a wave of transformations that would ripple through time. Revolutionary ideas began to challenge the status quo, igniting movements that redefined humanity. How did these cultural shifts shape the world we live in today? The Enlightenment, a movement advocating reason and science, emerged in Europe during this era. It championed the power of human thought and individual rights, laying the groundwork for modern democracy. Thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau inspired generations to question authority and seek freedom. As Enlightenment ideas spread, the American Revolution ignited in 1776, fueled by the desire for self-governance. This revolution not only altered the course of American history, but also inspired revolutions worldwide, showcasing the power of collective action. The concept of liberty became a beacon of hope. The French Revolution followed in 1789, emphasizing liberty, equality, and fraternity. This upheaval dismantled the monarchy and inspired the rise of modern nations. Despite its chaos, it established principles that would resonate in democratic movements across the globe. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution transformed societies from agrarian to industrialized. This shift brought about massive urbanization and changes in social structure. As people flocked to cities for work, new cultures emerged, leading to a redefinition of community and identity. Amidst industrialization, the Romantic movement emerged as a response, celebrating emotion and nature. Artists like Turner and Wordsworth sought to reconnect humanity with the natural world, emphasizing individualism and artistic expression. This era highlighted the importance of human feelings against mechanization. As the 20th century approached, new ideologies emerged, including socialism and feminism. These movements challenged economic inequalities and gender roles, advocating for the rights of the marginalized. Activists sought systemic change, pushing societies towards more equitable structures. The world wars in the early 20th century sparked profound cultural shifts. The devastation led to a questioning of traditional values and a rethinking of society's role. Artistic movements like Dadaism and Surrealism emerged as reactions to the chaos, reflecting the absurdity of the times. Post-World War II, the civil rights movement in the United States marked a significant cultural shift, advocating for racial equality. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr. mobilized masses, demanding justice and civil rights, emphasizing the strength of peaceful protest in effecting change. The late 20th century witnessed the rise of globalization, connecting cultures like never before. This interconnectedness facilitated the exchange of ideas, traditions, and innovations, leading to both enrichment and challenges. Cultures began to blend, creating a global tapestry of shared human experience. The digital revolution of the 21st century has transformed how cultures interact and communicate. With the advent of social media, individuals can share ideas and experiences, instantly reshaping cultural narratives. This instant connectivity allows for movements to gain momentum rapidly, influencing global awareness. In today's society, movements for climate action and social justice highlight the ongoing cultural shifts. Activists worldwide are calling for change, emphasizing sustainability and equality. These movements remind us that the fight for human rights and environmental stewardship continues, drawing lessons from the past. Art continues to serve as a powerful medium for cultural expression. Contemporary artists tackle issues like identity, race, and politics, reflecting the complexities of modern life. This evolution of art illustrates how cultural shifts influence creative expression across generations. As we reflect on these cultural shifts, we see how each movement has contributed to the tapestry of human experience. From the Enlightenment to today's social movements, the desire for change persists. The lessons learned remind us that our actions today will shape tomorrow's world. Cultural shifts are not just historical events, they are ongoing processes that continue to define humanity. Understanding these movements equips us with the knowledge to navigate modern challenges. As we move forward, let us carry these lessons with us, striving for a better future for all. The 18th century marked the dawn of the Enlightenment, a period that championed reason and individualism. Intellectuals like Voltaire and Rousseau challenged traditional authority, sparking debates on governance and human rights. This philosophical revolution laid the groundwork for modern democracy and inspired future generations to advocate for liberty and justice. The American and French revolutions were monumental events that embodied Enlightenment ideals. Citizens rose against oppressive regimes, asserting their rights and redefining the concept of governance. These revolutions not only changed their nations, but also inspired numerous liberation movements worldwide, promoting the idea that the power lies with the people. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution transformed societies at an unprecedented scale. Technological advancements led to urbanization, creating a shift from agrarian lifestyles to industrial economies. With this came new social dynamics, as the working class emerged, leading to a reevaluation of labor rights and economic systems. Amidst industrialization, the labor movement gained momentum, advocating for workers' rights and better conditions. Strikes and protests became common, signaling a collective voice demanding change. This period established vital labor laws that continue to influence workers' rights today, underscoring the importance of unity in social movements. The 20th century witnessed the rise of civil rights movements worldwide, challenging systemic racism and inequality. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela became symbols of resistance against oppression, igniting hope and mobilizing millions. Their legacies remind us that the fight for equality is a continuous journey. As globalization accelerated in the late 20th century, cultural exchanges flourished, intertwining diverse traditions and ideas. This interconnectedness led to a greater understanding of cultural heritage and identity. However, it also sparked debates on cultural appropriation, highlighting the need for respectful engagement with different cultures. The digital age has ushered in a new era of cultural shifts, where technology plays a pivotal role in shaping identities and communities. Social media platforms have amplified voices, enabling grassroots movements like Number Me Too and Black Lives Matter to gain global traction. These movements reflect the power of digital communication in mobilizing for change. In recent years, climate activism has emerged as a crucial cultural movement, with figures like Greta Thunberg rallying millions. This movement emphasizes the urgency of addressing climate change and its far-reaching consequences. It challenges societies to reconsider their impact on the planet and adopt sustainable practices for future generations. Cultural shifts are often met with resistance as established norms and values clash with emerging ideas. The backlash against progressive movements illustrates the complexities of social change. Understanding these dynamics is essential for fostering dialogue and finding common ground amidst diversity. Today's cultural landscape is rich and multifaceted, characterized by an increased awareness of intersectionality. This concept recognizes how various social categories such as race, gender, and class interact, shaping individual identities and experiences. Acknowledging intersectionality is vital for creating inclusive societies that respect diverse voices. As we reflect on these cultural shifts, the importance of education becomes evident. Historical contexts must be taught to understand current societal issues. Educational institutions play a crucial role in shaping informed citizens who can engage thoughtfully in conversations about cultural change. The arts have continually served as a reflection of cultural shifts, providing insight into societal values and struggles. From the Harlem Renaissance to contemporary street art, artistic expressions challenged dominant narratives and inspired dialogue. Supporting the arts is essential for nurturing creativity and critical thought in society. In an increasingly polarized world, empathy and understanding are paramount. Engaging with diverse perspectives fosters connections and helps dismantle prejudice. The ability to listen actively and appreciate different experiences is a powerful tool in bridging divides and creating a more harmonious society. The evolution of cultural movements demonstrates that change is not linear. It is often cyclical, with progress intertwined with setbacks. Recognizing this pattern equips individuals and communities to remain resilient, adapting to challenges while striving for improvement in their societal conditions. As the world faces unprecedented challenges, such as climate change, inequality, and social justice, historical movements offer valuable lessons. Learning from the past enables societies to forge paths toward equitable solutions while honoring the struggles and triumphs of those who came before. Cultural shifts also highlight the role of youth in driving change. The voices of younger generations have proven crucial in advocating for social and environmental reforms. Their passion and activism remind us that the future is in their hands and that they possess the power to shape the world. In the realm of technology, the rise of artificial intelligence and automation brings both opportunities and challenges. This technological shift prompts society to reconsider work, ethics, and human interaction in the digital age. Adapting to these changes is essential for shaping a future that benefits all. The increasing visibility of indigenous cultures and their rights marks a significant cultural shift. Movements advocating for indigenous sovereignty emphasize the importance of preserving languages and traditions. Recognizing these cultures enriches global heritage and fosters respect for ancestral knowledge. The impact of globalization has also led to the phenomenon of cultural hybridity, where distinct traditions blend to create new forms of expression. This fusion enriches societies but can also create tension as communities navigate authenticity. Acknowledging this complexity is crucial for fostering cultural appreciation. As we explore these cultural shifts, the importance of storytelling emerges as a powerful vehicle for change. Narratives shape perceptions, inspire action, and connect generations. Harnessing the art of storytelling can be a transformative tool for communities seeking to elevate their experiences. The role of community in driving cultural change cannot be underestimated. Grassroots initiatives often lead to significant movements, as local voices unite for common causes. Supporting these initiatives empowers communities to enact change from the ground up, reinforcing the notion that every voice matters. Cultural shifts reveal the interconnectedness of humanity, where individual actions influence collective outcomes. The ripple effect of social movements illustrates that change starts with one voice. Acknowledging this interconnectedness fosters a sense of responsibility toward others and the planet. The exploration of cultural heritage and its preservation is increasingly vital in today's world. Museums and cultural institutions serve as guardians of history, providing spaces for reflection and learning. Ensuring these resources are accessible fosters a deeper understanding of diverse narratives. Art and culture intersect uniquely in the age of digital media, where platforms allow for unprecedented creativity. From viral videos to interactive installations, the digital realm provides new avenues for cultural expression. Embracing this evolution challenges traditional definitions of art and culture. As we examine the ongoing cultural shifts, the importance of dialogue becomes evident. Conversations that confront biases and promote understanding are essential for overcoming divisions. Intentional dialogue fosters empathy and encourages collaborative solutions for the challenges ahead. The legacy of cultural shifts extends beyond history. It informs present-day policies and practices. Policymakers are increasingly recognizing the significance of culture in sustainable development. Integrating cultural perspectives into decision-making processes is key to fostering inclusive growth. Cultural shifts also reveal how crises can act as catalysts for change. Moments of turmoil often expose societal flaws, prompting collective action. Understanding these dynamics can help societies harness crises to foster long-lasting progress and innovation. In examining cultural shifts, the role of technology, particularly social media, cannot be overlooked. Platforms have become arenas for activism, enabling rapid dissemination of ideas and mobilization efforts. Understanding the power of these platforms is crucial in shaping future cultural movements. Cultural shifts often reveal the importance of mental health and well-being in the context of societal change. The acknowledgement of mental health issues has led to movements advocating for well-being as a fundamental right. Prioritizing mental health is essential for fostering resilient communities. Exploring cultural shifts through various lenses highlights the ever-evolving nature of humanity. As societies continue to grapple with complex issues, the lessons from past movements serve as guides for future action. Embracing change while honoring history is vital for a brighter tomorrow. As the 18th century unfolded, the Age of Enlightenment sparked a revolutionary shift in human thought. Philosophers like Voltaire and Rousseau championed reason and individualism, challenging traditional authorities. This period set the stage for future revolutions and the questioning of established norms. The late 18th century also witnessed the American Revolution, a pivotal moment that inspired other nations to seek independence. The ideals of liberty and self-governance resonated worldwide, igniting movements for freedom across Europe and Latin America. As the 19th century arrived, the Industrial Revolution began to reshape societies. Innovations in manufacturing and transportation transformed economies, leading to urbanization and the rise of a new workforce. This shift fundamentally altered social structures and everyday life. The Industrial Revolution also fueled artistic movements such as Romanticism and Realism. Artists and writers sought to capture the human experience, often highlighting the struggles of the working class and the beauty of nature in contrast to industrialization. With the dawn of the 20th century, the suffrage movement gained momentum, advocating for women's rights across the globe. Women began to challenge societal norms, which eventually led to significant legal and cultural changes, including the right to vote. The aftermath of World War I catalyzed a cultural transformation known as the Roaring Twenties. This era was marked by a surge in jazz music, flapper culture, and a general sense of rebellion against traditional values. However, the Great Depression of the 1930s brought about a harsh reality check. Economic hardship prompted new ideas about government intervention and social welfare, laying the groundwork for future social programs. In response to economic turmoil, the New Deal was introduced in the 1930s, redefining the relationship between citizens and the state. The implementation of Social Security and labor rights helped shape modern welfare states. World War II further accelerated cultural shifts as the war effort necessitated the involvement of women in the workforce. This challenge to gender roles had lasting effects, propelling the feminist movement into the forefront of societal change. The post-war era of the 1950s brought about the Cold War, which not only affected international politics, but also impacted culture and identity. Fear and ideology influenced art, music, and literature, reflecting the tense geopolitical climate. The civil rights movement of the 1960s marked a crucial turning point in the fight against racial injustice in the United States. Activists like Martin Luther King Jr. called for equality and justice, inspiring global movements for civil rights. Simultaneously, the counterculture movement emerged, challenging societal norms surrounding war, consumerism, and traditional values. Music festivals like Woodstock symbolized this collective desire for peace and love. The late 20th century saw the rise of technology and the internet, reshaping how people connected and shared ideas. This technological revolution transcended borders, fostering a global exchange of culture and knowledge. With the advent of social media, cultural movements gained new platforms for organization and expression. Voices that were once marginalized found amplification, resulting in activist movements like Black Lives Matter and Me Too. As societies grapple with issues like climate change, cultural shifts continue to evolve. Movements advocating for sustainability and environmental justice are emerging, encouraging a collective responsibility for the planet's future. In the current age, discussions about identity and inclusivity are reshaping cultural narratives. The recognition of diverse backgrounds and experiences is pivotal in creating more equitable societies. As humanity continues to innovate, the impact of technology on culture becomes evident. From artificial intelligence to virtual realities, the way we interact and express ourselves is rapidly changing, influencing societal connections. The fusion of cultures in a globalized world is creating new identities and art forms. Cultural exchange enriches societies, blending traditions and modern influences in unprecedented ways. As we reflect on these cultural shifts, it becomes apparent that history teaches valuable lessons. Each movement, from the Enlightenment to the present, carries insights that resonate with current challenges, urging societies to strive for progress. The ongoing journey of humanity is marked by resilience and creativity. Understanding past movements allows societies to navigate the complexities of the present, fostering a culture of empathy and collaboration. In an interconnected world, the power of collective action cannot be underestimated. As seen in recent movements, unified voices can incite transformative change, reminding us of the strength found in solidarity. The resilience of cultural movements highlights the importance of memory. Honoring the past while fostering innovation ensures that future generations understand their heritage and the struggles that have shaped their identities. As humanity embraces the challenges ahead, the lessons from previous cultural shifts will guide decision-making. Acknowledging past mistakes and triumphs can lead to more thoughtful actions in pursuit of a just society. Emerging from the shadows of past movements, new perspectives are born. Today's youth are pivotal in driving change, armed with the tools of technology and a passion for justice that echoes throughout history. The journey of cultural evolution is ongoing, with each generation contributing to the narrative. Understanding these shifts fosters a sense of continuity, reminding us that we are all part of a larger story of humanity. As we stand on the brink of new challenges, the legacies of past movements instill hope. Each chapter in history brings us closer to a world that embraces diversity, equity, and justice for all. In this ever-evolving landscape, the significance of cultural shifts cannot be overlooked. They not only influence our present, but also set the course for the future, reminding us that change is both inevitable and necessary. As societies continue to navigate complexities, collaboration across cultures will be essential. By learning from each other's experiences, we can cultivate a rich tapestry of ideas that enrich our global community. The importance of storytelling remains central to cultural shifts. Narratives shape our understanding of the past and inspire future generations to aspire for a better world. Ultimately, the legacy of cultural movements is one of hope and resilience. They challenge us to envision a better future and to take action, reminding us that the power to change the world lies within each of us. As new movements emerge, the dialogue around cultural shifts continues. Engaging in these conversations fosters understanding and promotes the values of cooperation, empathy, and respect across communities. The tapestry of cultural shifts weaves together the threads of our collective identities. Each thread represents a unique experience, forming a complex picture that reflects humanity's shared journey. In essence, cultural shifts serve as markers of human progress, illuminating paths previously untraveled. They remind us that every generation has the potential to leave a lasting impact on the world. As we navigate this ever-changing landscape, embracing diversity becomes crucial. This inclusivity enriches our cultural fabric and fosters an atmosphere of creativity and innovation. Moreover, the digital age has transformed how we experience and share culture. Technology provides new avenues for artistic expression and allows for the democratization of voices that were once unheard. Through the lens of history, we see that cultural movements often arise from necessity. They emerge as responses to societal challenges, pushing boundaries and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. As we reflect on the past, it's imperative to recognize the interconnectedness of our cultural narratives. Understanding these connections provides insight into the complexities of our shared human experience. The evolution of cultural shifts continues to inspire new generations. By sharing stories and experiences, we lay the groundwork for future movements that will shape the world in ways we can't yet imagine. Ultimately, the journey of cultural evolution reminds us that change is a constant force in our lives. Each movement shapes the narrative of humanity, inviting us to participate in shaping the future. As we look to the future, the potential for cultural transformation remains limitless. With each generation, we have the opportunity to redefine what is possible in our societies and to strive for a better world. In conclusion, cultural shifts are not merely historical events. They are ongoing processes that shape our identities and societies. They invite us to reflect on our values, question the status quo, and actively participate in the journey ahead. By recognizing the power of our cultural history, we can better understand the present and envision a future that embraces diversity and inclusivity. The lessons learned from past movements can illuminate our path forward. Cultural shifts remind us that we are all connected in our human experience. The stories we share and the movements we create shape the fabric of our society, weaving together a narrative of resilience and hope. As we navigate the complexities of our world, let us draw strength from the lessons of the past. Together, we can continue to foster cultural shifts that encourage empathy, understanding, and progress. In this ongoing saga of cultural evolution, each individual has a role to play. By embracing our shared humanity, we can create a future that reflects the values we hold dear. Let us continue this journey together, learning from one another to build a brighter tomorrow. As the 18th century progressed, the seeds of the Enlightenment took root across Europe. Thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau challenged traditional norms, advocating for reason, individual rights, and systemic change. This intellectual movement ignited revolutions that would reshape nations and societies, emphasizing the power of ideas. The American and French revolutions of the late 18th century were profound expressions of Enlightenment ideals. These upheavals not only overthrew monarchies, but also inspired movements for democracy and human rights worldwide. They served as beacons of hope for those seeking freedom. Moving into the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution marked a dramatic cultural shift. Rapid advancements in technology transformed lives, creating urban centers and altering social structures forever. However, it also brought about stark inequalities, prompting a backlash from those seeking justice. Amidst industrial progress, social reform movements emerged. The suffragette movement, for instance, fought tirelessly for women's rights, culminating in the right to vote in many countries. This struggle for gender equality laid the groundwork for future movements advocating for social justice. The 20th century continued this trend of cultural shifts, particularly through the civil rights movement in the United States. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X emerged, advocating for racial equality and justice. Their legacies inspire ongoing struggles against systemic racism. Parallel to the civil rights movement, the LGBTQ plus rights movement gained momentum. Activists fought against discrimination, seeking recognition and equality. Landmark events such as the Stonewall riots in 1969 catalyzed broader acceptance and legal reforms that continue to evolve today. The late 20th century also witnessed a surge in environmental awareness. As industrialization caused environmental degradation, movements advocating for sustainability and conservation began to rise. Global conferences in the 1990s brought attention to climate change, emphasizing our shared responsibility. Entering the 21st century, technological advancements transformed communication and culture. The rise of the internet and social media has created new platforms for expression and activism. These tools empower individuals to raise their voices and connect across borders, shaping modern cultural dialogues. However, this digital landscape is not without its challenges. Misinformation and polarization have emerged as significant barriers to understanding. Navigating this complex terrain calls for critical thinking and open dialogue, echoing the lessons of past movements that overcame adversity. As we reflect on these cultural shifts, it's clear that each movement has built upon the last. The interplay of ideas and actions creates a tapestry of human progress, often born from struggle and resilience. This interconnectedness highlights the importance of learning from history to forge a better future. The ongoing movements today continue to echo the struggles of the past. From climate action to social justice, individuals around the world are united in their quest for change. This spirit of activism is a testament to humanity's enduring desire for progress and equality. In conclusion, the cultural shifts from the 18th century to today illustrate a profound evolution of human values. These movements remind us that progress is not linear. It involves setbacks and triumphs. Embracing our shared humanity, we can continue to drive change and foster understanding across divides. As we move forward, it is crucial to reflect on these lessons and recognize our roles in this ongoing journey. Just as past generations shaped the world, so too can we. Let us commit to being active participants in cultivating a society that values empathy, progress, and justice for all.